Hello again, this is Hiro Matsuda, and what are we going to do today? Why not study a little bit about the maples? Now today I brought two examples. The one we're watching right now is the trident maple. It's a root over rock. When did I start this? Probably 4 or 5 years ago. And it's going to be pretty nice very soon. Okay, what we got here next to it is another trident maple in the canopy style. A little younger, or maybe not. I like to do things with roots, so this one has this kind of the floating root style that I tend to do. Okay, so this is another trident maple that is in the canopy style, and next to it was the root over rock. There's two more maples, and they're the regular Japanese maple. They're actually all green. They were seedlings, and they're a little bit on the older side. This one's not as old as the other one that we'll look at later. But I don't know if you notice, but this is in need of pruning. Well, we're in the middle of January. And for regular Japanese maple, Acer palmatum, it's best not to prune during the dormant season. There is a chance that it will bleed, and the bleeding will lead to dying of that branch. So during this time of the year on the Japanese maple, I tend to just study it, and then when it starts to grow, we will do our pruning. This is the other Japanese maple, and you could see what I did. You could see the transition right there where I took a very old tree, probably was over 20 years old and very tall, and I cut it off. And now trying to create a new apex. Okay, now, once again, this has not been pruned, and I try not to prune during this time of the year. So, right here, there is a fairly abrupt change from where the big trunk was into the new apex. But I think in the other chapters we discussed the Japanese maple tend to be top growers. So in another year or two, this should catch up and it'll look much more natural, going from a very thick trunk into a transition into a new apex. So is this one done? No, it's not done. It's got a number of years that it needs to be trained. It might be okay to put this in a bonsai pot so we could start detailing, but definitely we're not ready for a show. As I back off, we could see the 4 examples for what happens in the middle of January. So the thing to remember is on your deciduous, good to check it out so you know what the structure is. But on some things, especially the Japanese maple, you should refrain from pruning. There's techniques that you could do if you really want to prune, but that I think was covered in another chapter, so I won't go into that today. Now the trident maples, they tend to be hardier, and I have pruned those in the winter without any adverse effects. But anyway, so this is Hiro Matsuda saying goodbye for this chapter, and I will see you again real soon. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and like I said, see you real soon.